Hello everyone, I am Ankita and today our topic is cultural properties. Now, what is cultural property? If culture survives from one generation to the next, it is inherited, hence the term cultural heritage. The tangible evidence or expression of cultural heritage is cultural property, an inherently variable, non-renewable resource that includes but not limited to works of art, historic and ancient building or their ruins, archaeological sites, and also artifacts and shipwrecks. The meaning of these technical terms are already written in this video. You can refer to it. Museums, library collection and archives, and sacred places such as churches, mosques, temples, and shrines, sanctuaries, and cemeteries. Cultural properties are physical items that are part of the cultural heritage of a group or society. They include such items as historic buildings, work of art, archaeological sites, libraries, and museums. Now, why this cultural property is so important? This property conveys important information regarding people's origin, history, and traditional settings also. This property is very rare and these have a various chances of diminishing because of various accidents or environmental effects. And this cultural property cannot be reproduced in its original form because once it is gone forever. Cultural property is inherently vulnerable to a range of factors: human misunderstanding, changing taste, environmental degradation, neglect, and occasional fits of destruction. The example of that is Taliban destroying the Bamiyan Buddhas in 2001. Cultural property encompasses both known and the unknown. Now, origin of cultural property. Moving into the 20th century, a public property model emerged. National governments began to claim ownership of archaeological materials by virtue of their sovereignty. In 1954, UNESCO coined the term cultural property in the Hague Convention on the protection of cultural property in the event of armed conflict. Over the period, the definition of cultural property has not changed significantly from that espoused by the 1954 Hague Convention. It has expanded somewhat to include intangible non-object, which would otherwise be considered as intellectual property. Now, there are two types of cultural property: tangible and intangible. Cultural property includes the physical or tangible cultural heritage such as artworks. These can be split into two groups: movable and immovable heritage. Immovable heritage includes buildings, so installed art such as organs, stained glass windows, and frescoes. Large industrial installations and other historic places and monuments. Movable heritage includes books, documents, movable artworks, machines, clothing, and other artifacts. So, aspects and disciplines of the preservation and conservation of tangible culture includes like how you can preserve this tangible culture, how you can preserve by art conservation, by archaeological conservation, by film preservation, by phonography, record preservation, digital preservation, museology preservation. Okay, next is tangible culture. Intangible culture consists of non-physical aspects of a particular culture. This includes social values, traditions, customs, aesthetics, spiritual beliefs, artistic expressions, language, and other aspects of human activity. So, how you can conserve them? By language preservation, by folklore. Folklore is like tales, proverbs, and jokes, and oral history. Now there is one NRLC, that is National Research Laboratory for Conservation of Cultural Property. It is situated in Southeast Asia and it was established in 1976 by by the Department of Culture of Government of India. This laboratory was basically established to carry out research in the methods of conservation and for providing technical assistance and training to other museums, archaeological department and related institutions. This laboratory also conducts training courses, workshops for conservators as well as for curators. The mission of this laboratory is to conduct scientific research, education, training, field projects, collaboration, and dissemination of information through journals, through conferences, workshops, publication, public participation, and journals. This laboratory is well equipped with adequate infrastructure and laboratories for material analysis and testing, developing sustainable conservation solutions. There are 3 campuses from which 2 are in Lucknow and 1 is Mysore. Now we have established one International Criminal Court in Cultural Property. This with the entry into force of the Rome Statute on 17 July 2002 and the creation of ICC. For the first time, the world has been equipped with an independent international judicial mechanism. Under Article 8 of ICC Courts Founding Treaty, intentional attack against buildings dedicated to religion or art or historic monuments constitute a war crime. With 124 states and growing, the ICC, in conformity with its mandate, can make a significant contribution as part of comprehensive response to the preservation and protection of cultural property. Now, under Indian Constitution, there are certain laws and also laws related to cultural property. That is, first is in Article 51A, subclause F. The Constitution of India states to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. UNESCO adopted convention concerning the protection of the world cultural and national heritage, which is called World Heritage Convention, and India is also part of this convention. There is one act called the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act, which is for the preservation of ancient and historical monuments, archaeological sites, and remains of national importance. There is one more act, that is Antiquities and Art Treasures Act 1972, for effective control over the movable cultural property consisting of antiquities and art treasures. So basically there are 2 acts. One is for creative property and the other is for movable property. Now we'll discuss some of the cases in short. There is Subhash Dutta versus Union of India. The court has held that the preservation of rich heritage and culture of the country is a constitutional mandate. In Amarnath Sehgal versus Union of India, which is landmark Indian case decided by Delhi High Court, which for the first time upheld the moral right of an author under the Indian Copyright Act and awarded damages. The court held that the artwork in question constituted an outstanding work of art, and in such cases there is an overriding obligation to protect their integrity no matter which law is applied. The prosecutor versus Ahmad Al-Faqih Al-Hadi, Cultural Property and World Heritage in International Criminal Law. The case is especially important from a human rights perspective, given that the intentional destruction of cultural heritage is simultaneously a war crime and also a violation of human rights and particularly cultural rights. It is the first time that the destruction of cultural sites has been prosecuted as a war crime at the international court. In the Taj Mahal trapezium case, MC Mehta filed PI in the Supreme Court to protect Taj Mahal from surrounding industries in the year 1984 and judgment delivered in 1986. So that's all for this topic. For this topic, the whole lengthy answers you can find in the PDF format in the